Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trade Talk, episode 41. Connor is with us. Evening, Connor. How are you, Connor? Do we have some mic issues just then? We're
Did we?
going. We
You
did.
can hear me?
I can, loud and clear. Good to
Yep.
have you back.
Yeah, cool. Good.
And look, it's been a pretty big week from last time we did Trade Talk. Aussie dollar, it's sort of broken down a little bit, but we'll see. Connor made me aware about the weekly break as well. So, but as you can see on the weekly chart, the Aussie dollar loves to just sort of be very choppy. So, for the people that have sold the Aussie dollar, please be aware that also. As a risk disclaimer, I should have probably started the risk disclaimer. God damn it, I was good last few. I've been good, but so
Yeah.
guys, we're just giving general advice. Demo trading, learning strategies. We're not giving trading advice. So if you are looking to get into trading, please seek professional financial advice and don't just do what we're saying. That is really, don't do that, please. So, but even following like a professional trader, you really shouldn't just take the trades they take. Honestly, you should learn what you like to do as well. So that's another thing to mention. But yeah, so that's the Aussie dollar really. Nothing too crazy. I got in, when did I get in? A little while ago at 75.73, and I've been this 3 weeks. So it's, that's the trend trade away though. You sort of just have to buckle up and enjoy the ride really. And the pound Aussie, you're still in that kind of. I reckon we could probably get your screens up now, and we could.
Yeah, okay. I'll get the screen up quickly. Should be all right and ready to go. You can see my screen now.
And you're in 2 trades currently as well?
Yes, I am. So I am in this one. So I'm in the Great British Pound Aussie dollar. So I got in, as you can see, at 1.76028 around here, and then it rallied up, and we were all getting sweet. We were all looking at it good. You were in it too at one stage.
Yeah, I
weren't you?
was. I was in the 177s.
Yeah, okay. So, that's the difference between you and I. We have a different strategy. So I move my stop loss at when I see a lower when I see a higher low. Sorry.
Yep.
So that comes down to discretion too, and almost a little bit of patience. So I was saying I was going to move it here if you imagine that this wasn't ever that this when this was a candle by itself,
Yeah.
and then I thought no, it might dip a bit lower, so I've moved it to here, and I'm hoping this sucker just keeps going up. The other trade I'm in is the Euro Swissy, and this is what you were talking about with trend trading. I've
Yep.
been in this for 31 days or something like that.
Exactly.
I got in here, okay, and
Yep.
now we're all the way up here. 31 days. So I'm hanging around break. When you take in swaps, and so I'm probably in.
Yeah.
So that's just like you said. You got to ride the tiger.
You
Just
do.
wait.
And the stop loss was that green dash line as well?
Yeah, this is a stop loss here. So like I got in off this bullish big shadow.
Mm.
So I put this thing here, and then I thought, because this is I'd say quite a loose stop loss.
Yeah.
And then I was really taking this candle into account, and as you saw, it came down, nearly stopped me out, and now it's going back up. What will happen? It looks like there's a bit of a squeeze play going on, so what will happen, I do not know.
It looks all right though because that Monday would have been the big retracement, and then typically what happens on Monday the opposite happens the rest of the week. So we could see a little.
Yeah, you're right.
And the gold trade you were talking about as well. That's potential.
So I've been looking at gold. So you can see where the support and resistance has been a bit of if you can include that part too, I wouldn't mind. But
yeah,
there's been a range going on. Now it's dropped through. So if that were to finish off strongly, wouldn't mind, putting a stop loss above here somewhere, and then seeing if this can, get down to these sorts of levels would be awesome.
Yeah.
It does really from there. I mean, you've got this to worry about.
Yeah.
Maybe these little candles, but I wouldn't worry. If you're going to worry about those, you'd never take a trade.
That's right. Like, it's never going to be absolutely perfect. So I think when when people read the literature or the website, diagrams and say, oh, it's never really going to be like perfect as it's shown. You just have to have a little bit of leeway and understanding that it's always going to be. It's not a complete science when it comes to trading. So that's definitely something to take note of, really.
And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, these are wicks, and you'll often see prices bouncing off wicks, especially where there's been a lot of them. But when there's just been a couple that aren't that significant, you'd be surprised. You might see a little bounce off there.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, you normally see bounces off where wicks are. Would you agree with that statement, Scott?
I would agree with that. So, I mean, your thought process is you're obviously going to wait for that candle to close, and then maybe a pending order. And how many pips below the close would it be? A few pips, 5 or so, or just depends on the spread?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Sorry, the pending order. Yeah, depend on the spread. If it were to finish where it is here, just say, wouldn't even worry about a pending order. I'd just put it in. If it finished at wiki, put in pending order. If it finishes up here, I don't think that's too decisive as a candle.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, overall, it has broken out pretty nicely. So, it's definitely worth having a setup ready for it at least. I would say.
Yeah.
Yes. And nothing else really taking your fancy?
Look, this box was tickling my fancy as well.
Yeah.
But I'm also, like I said, with trying to diversify trades, I'm already in a Great British Pound trade at the moment. So I've always got back of the mind. See, this was just a potential box I had, but it didn't touch the level. If it had a touch there and then come back up, that would have been nice, but it just didn't touch the levels enough.
I see what you mean, yeah.
What I mean? So I would have liked it to just do a bit more like a zigzag.
Yep.
And then if it zigzag down and then break through, then that probably would have qualified for a box. But I could delete that now.
Yeah, because it's on a 4 hour, you would want it a little more extended than that, because that's not really a lot of data there, like on a 4 hour chart. So that's a valid thing to say, really, honestly.
Yeah, see this chart. I mean, you can see the range here.
Yeah, that's nice.
A little too long for me.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. And that's what you were talking about before with when it is sort of wiki, and then as this is done, it's rejected that level a bit, and
you can see this is still good though. Like pop down here. I mean, it's just respecting. It's more respecting this sort of level, but you have to take this into consideration, in my view.
Yeah, you do.
The breakout would have to get past here.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's just the way that I'm thinking, and then the breakout would have to get past, like on this side, it would have to get basically past around about there, up there.
Yeah, so I agree with that. Yeah, you have to sort of respect the highs and the lows here, because
even though this is the main level here. You have to respect that, or I would. You wouldn't have to, but I would respect that.
Because there is a chance of getting a bit of a fake out. Like if you were to take a sell trade, and then there's a bit of an opportunity where you could actually, get faked out, and then you get stopped, and because it is it's respecting the levels a lot, so you've got to be cautious.
These levels here, like that wick, these wicks, and these wicks, it only needed to go past here.
Yeah.
But if it was to break out the other way, I'd make sure it got past there.
And again, though, so what Connor's mentioning is more of a conservative approach. So there'll be some people going, just aggressive. But if you're an aggressive, you have to be aware of the drawdowns you're going to get. You're going to have good winners, but then, if you're having 30% drawdowns, it's like, oh God,
If I were to take this and you wanted to be aggressive, I'm sure there's some people who are going to put their stop loss above this wick here.
Yeah.
And that's viable to put that's totally what someone would do who's more aggressive. However, I'd put my stop loss like basically here, close to, so it would have to, if it has to retrace, it's going to have to get past here, and these three at least. You know what I mean?
And like I mentioned earlier, guys, in the risk disclaimer, like halfway through what I was talking about, you don't. That's why you don't want to follow other traders, because if you were following an aggressive trader with a signal service, and you're like, holy crap, what's going on? He might not care about 10% drawdown in a week. That might just be like whatever. But to you, if that's like $1,000, if you've got a 10 grand account, that's not really good for your psychology. Like,
we were saying because when we first started, we had tight stops, and now we've moved them to looser stops, and we've just been saying how much easier it's been for us to breathe, like just during the day.
Yeah, that's right, guys. So trading's meant to be improving your life, not stressing you more, really. Like,
it depends on how much you like and what your system is, of course. But
yeah.
We've just said, oh well, lucky that our stop losses are wide because we don't stress.
That's
and then
true.
If we're wrong, we're totally wrong. And then you go, "Well, I'm totally wrong." Not that it fakes out above here, and you're like, "Oh, if only it had been to this level." Like if we've got a stop loss up here, it's like, "Well, I was totally wrong."
It was like in the
I'm happy with totally being wrong, just not happy just being wrong. Anyway, that's me.
Yeah, that's right, guys. And with the pound Aussie dollar trade, you have to be aware that if you have the tight stops, there is manipulation going on. So you're going to get stopped out a lot. So that's why it's important to realize, there's some shady stuff going on as well sometimes. So,
well, I heard it put well. I heard that especially trend trading or whatever, and the banks, take your stop loss out. Apparently what they're saying is, yeah, cool, thanks for that, guys. I'll take the trade from here on in.
Yeah.
I just mean like, oh yeah, we'll stop you. I can see what's going on. This looks like a good trend. I'll stop you out and I'll take it from here, guys. Catch ya.
Because it even copped me as well. So that's why you've got to realize, guys, the wider it is, the longer it's going to take to play out. So you have to be patient. But well, crap, that's 12 minutes, guys. Connor, that was excellent. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And a shout-out to the Twitter followers we've picked up recently as well. We're at over 3,400. Here is the handle, Trade Talk Pippin. Check it out. Connor and I are putting up trade ideas, and, Connor's the funny one. So but we try and help, the beginner traders. We're coming from a novice perspective. So if you're interested, guys, follow. And thanks again, Connor, and have a great night.
All right, take care, Scotty.
See you, guys.